Welcome to the Kev and Pickle Show. As we always do, let us introduce ourselves.
I had to wait 300 years for a version to light a candle. No, I'm not from Pocus Pocus. I am Kev.
And I, of course, am Pickle. And guys, as we always say at the start of the show now, your lovely Kevin Pickle Show, of course, is sponsored by the fantastic Tony's Pizzeria, Park Street, Dundalk. Kev, Hocus Pocus, did you see the new one?
No, I watched it. We watched the old one last weekend to get ready for the new one this weekend. So we're going to watch the new one this weekend.
Yeah, the wife has watched this, I think, 3 times now. I fell asleep during it, had a couple of pints to earlier that might be why, but it was like I don't get it. I think Villa got a penalty. I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't like you won from Sex in the City, right?
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Yeah, and then the woman from Beaches, the ginger one, Betty Milner.
Betty Milner.
Yeah. I don't know what the other one's called. Yeah, I don't know.
No,
what the
no idea.
Called.
Oh, the fat one.
Oh, it was actually a penalty to Fulham. Yeah, but she looks. I thought I had to look her up. I thought something happened to her since the last film. I know we talked this before about how Sky Sports are wankers and that, but I thought genuinely she must have had a stroke or something like that because at one point,
Ooh, Bette Milner.
No, the other one, not Sarah Jessica Parker, not Bette Milner. I apologize, not knowing the other one's name. Okay, but I thought there was something wrong, so I looked it up to see, and no, it turns out there was nothing. Nothing wrong with all. Yeah, they're out to score in that penalty. Right. So, and where are we Village Airs today, guys? Right. In the hope that when this airs on Saturday, that we are looking for a new manager.
Katy Nejimi. Katy Nejimi is her name, Pickle.
Wow. Okay.
And the other one is Bette Midler.
Yeah. Oh, Midler. Sorry. What are we going to? What are we going to? James Muller or something
like that,
yeah. Right. So, Kev, it is, of course, welcome everyone to episode 90. We are in the 90s.
Well, there's only one thing of history we only can talk about in 1990, and that was.
I thought that, and we're going to talk
about
Jackie
Charlton.
Yeah, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that to the last thing so that we can talk about it, okay? Because we have to talk about it, like, you know what I mean? But, Kev, do you remember when being born in the 90s was something you were like, nice?
No, let's be honest, though, we're going to go back. Pecco used to say he always wanted to shift someone from the 90s.
Yeah.
And that's what he used to go. Now it's.
Oh, like.
When you shift someone in the noughties?
Well, yeah, she'd be 22.
She'd be 22.
That's what I mean. She'd be 32 if she's born in 1990.
Like. Yeah, so 1990, in the noughties, you'd say yes, though.
Absolutely.
Why
do you think I accept everybody on Snapchat? Right. So listen, what I'm going to do is, right, I'm going to do the Bertas first. We can do the history last. And now, Kev, oh my God, right? I'm jumping in here with one of the most beautiful women, like that there is, I believe, right? Her Berta was July the 2nd, 1990, and that is Margot Robbie.
Oh yeah, big time.
So it turns out,
I didn't realize she was fully naked.
Yes,
I didn't realize it was her. I just thought like maybe they superimposed her head onto a naked body. But it was actually her tits and fanny that was in the show.
Yeah, and it turns out that was a real thing that happened. No way, like it was based on somebody else came and said that was actually that did happen. Like
it was exactly a wife. It was the woman that said it was her. It was whoever.
Yeah, it's just and then Rita Ora. Rita Ora. So I'm going to do 4 girls tonight. That's a dream. Right. Rita Ora.
You've mentioned 2 girls that I would definitely do.
Yeah. Rita Ora, November 26th. And then I can't remember if this girl ruined the quiz you did for me. She maybe not, right? Jennifer Lawrence. Was she top of the FHM quiz that you did with me?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah. August the 15th, right? And then, right. One more Berta, right? Because then I have to just go through something that clearly something was wrong in 1990, okay? Emma Watson, another lady. I can't remember what film she was in.
Four I'd easily have a gangbang with. Yeah. I'll bring you in with it, me too, Pickle, for a great bang.
You always like your ass, though. No, Jesus, no. Right, so look, here's the other thing I want to bring up about. It's not even just about Berta, it's about people born in 1990 with names like this, right? I have a guy called The Weekend. I have a guy called Jacksepticeye. I have, we all know Machine Gun Kelly. He's riding you on Transformers. There's Gloom, a woman apparently.
But they're not the real names.
Stampy. Cody Joe. Cody Cole. Like, what logic?
That's just our new name.
Okay.
That's not the real name.
Fauzi Tube. I want to see what this guy does. He is a Palestinian-American YouTube prankster named Yusuf Erakat. But he's over 10 million subscribers. Yeah, so Fauzi Tube.
Let's get him on the show, Pickle. Let's get him on the show.
Let's get him on the show, fucking surely. Right, so Kev, jump into the history, which we all know what we're going to talk about when it comes to 1990. But before we do that, right, I want me and you at some point are going to have to do this on an episode, right? I want you to do your best in, well, not until we eventually get into that fucking studio, right? I want you to give your best impression of this guy's accent, right? So this man was released from the Victor Verster prison near Cape Town in South Africa after 27 years behind bars. And that man was, of course, Nelson Mandela. Kev, what does Nelson Mandela sound like when he talked?
Leave me alone. Leave me alone. All boys and girls should be able to get married in peace and quiet. Leave me alone.
The married bit, that was really South African-y, Kev. And the only reason I know that is because the woman watches this 90 Days show, right? And there's a couple of South African people.
All my African accents are the same. So anything south of the equator is usually, leave me alone. Leave me alone.
I love the married. I love the way is it the married. Anybody can get married. I love that, Kev. Well done, hey. Nicely done, man. But seriously, we're gonna have to do some bad ones. Right. Everybody knows who the WHO are, right? Not the band.
Who?
The World Health Organization. The WHO.
Oh, right? Yeah, the WHO, yeah.
Here is something that I am incredibly shocked about, right? That this even was a thing, right? The World Health Organization on May the 17th.
These are the boys that come out with all the fucking
COVID stuff.
COVID stuff, yeah.
Yeah. But you know what they did on the 17th of May 1990, Kev? They removed homosexuality from its lists of diseases.
Pretty cool.
In 1990.
Yeah.
Backwards,
look how far we've come. Take it the positive. Look how far it's come.
Oh, 32 years, you can go to get married to a bloke. You can go get married to a girl if you're a girl. Like, obviously, it has completely. But, like, they used to think it was a disease.
They used to think they could cure you.
Oh, yeah. It's like fat camps, isn't it? You know the way, like, Cartman from South Park got sent to, like, a fat camp?
You never will.
Thanks, Kev.
I'm allowed to say it every now and again.
Yeah, I know.
But no, yeah, they used to send you away. Like, I think they used to put the RDE used to be full of them because you just think they were fucking
insane.
Mentally insane because they wanted to be with a fella. But there's a lot of them. I know I'm a big fan of the faith and all that. A lot of priests, a lot of gay guys went into the priesthood because they had nowhere else to go.
Right. I know we missed a bit of the show already, but we'll do it after we finish this bit, right? So, the biggest thing to happen in 1990 for this country was Italia 90. Okay.
We're all part of Jackie's army.
Wait. Do you need educated?
We're all up to Italy.
Does Jackie mean anything else in, like, England? All right, no. Are we allowed to sing this
song?
We
really shake them up when we win the World Cup. Cause Ireland are the greatest football team.
Keep them under pressure.
Up the rise.
Man, I know somebody is not going to be happy with that. Right. So Kev, the 3 group stages of that. First up, it was the mighty England. Okay.
Yes.
What was the score? Yeah. And who scored the goal? Can I give you tips?
Kevin. No.
Yes.
Kevin Sheedy.
Yes, it was. Left foot, bullet, left shot. Boom, right into the bottom corner. Second game. Caused a bit of controversy with Eamon. No, it's Eamon De Valera. Eamon Dunphy. Who was the second game against, Kev?
Egypt, wasn't it?
Yes, and what was that score?
0-0.
And that's the game. I said this episodes and episodes ago, right? That's the game I remember most because I remember going outside because Steve Staunton had a shot in that game, right? Where he drilled it like Kevin Sheedy almost in the first game against England, and it just went past the post. And I went outside in my big ass garden, as you know, Kev, with no goalpost, obviously, and just started to drill the ball with my left foot, like trying to kick it like Staunton could. You know what I mean? And then you ain't seen nothing like the mighty Quinn. Come on, who scored the goal after
Niall Quinn after Packy Bonner hoofed it forward? They kind of chipped it not chipped it, but lay on the ground, kind of side foot into that on an awkward angle.
It took a deflection, so he kicked it. The defender tried to clear, and then it was going towards the back post, and he slid in like all.
Well, that's one of my first memories. Is what me hanging out of the window, going down. Well, it would have been Cruz Street, out my father's window, going was we qualified?
No way.
You know, the rules of World Cups and European Cups and all that changed all because of Ireland.
What do you mean?
Because Ireland didn't win a game to qualify for it.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So that's why they brought in the 3-point rule for a win and a 1 point for a draw in the World Cups, because Ireland qualified by not winning a game. They qualified to get into the
but they had 3 points, though.
Yes. But you would not get through in 3 points now.
Wow. Holy shit, Jesus. Yeah. Right.
So they changed the rules because Ireland were able to get through by not winning the game.
Everybody hates us. Right. The first...
Ireland got to the quarterfinals and never won a game.
I haven't got there yet. We're getting there, right? So, the knockout stage, Kev. Last 16 against...
Romania.
And the penalties went to 5-4. What happened on the Romanian... No, who took the Romanian fifth?
No idea.
Timofte against Bono. That's who it was, right? Timofte. And then, Kev, who stepped up for Ireland?
David O'Leary.
Everybody couldn't believe he was doing it. If you look at the van and all them films.
He wasn't meant to be there. No, because Charlton hated him. Charlton didn't like him.
No, because he got rid of Brady and all the others and all that kind of stuff. Like, I can't remember. Yeah, but like, he scored a great penalty, actually, in fairness. And then,
great penalty.
And then, Kev, here's a good one for you. Who scored the goal then in the quarterfinal, and what was the score against, and who was it against?
It was 1-0, and it was against Italy, against Scalacci.
Fergus Boyle, my cousin, their old principal, used to always call me Scalacci when we played football at school in the youth club. But who scored the goal, though, Kev?
Fuck Scalacci. It was Scalacci.
Who had the shot that Packie Bonner should have caught?
Don't know.
Roberto Donadoni.
That's Donadoni. Maybe you're talking about.
He managed them then as well as he did. But yeah, look at guys. That's just a bit of history. But 1990, Kev. Wow. Well, I can't wait to get 94. I can't wait to get to 94. We talk about USA 94. But Kev, I'll tell you what. We forgot to do it. Why don't you tell everyone what's coming up in this week's show?
Oh yes, this week's show. Hang on to get the email.
And then you can hit me. This week's
show. Get ready for this one. Jobs you'd never do. Heaven and hell. Does it exist? And of course, some dad jokes. And there's always loads more, including our top 5 this week. And this week we're talking about board games, Pickle.
Board games is right, Kev. So listen, we've done the history, we've done the Bertas. Is it weeks, or do you want to hit me with a would you rather, right? We'll get all this out of the way, right? We'll get a would you rather done, and we'll jump into the weeks, okay?
It is would you rather could last half the episode, Pickle.
Okay. Jesus Christ, okay.
Would you rather shag
yes
a dog,
okay,
or a dead person?
What way are you shagging the dead person?
Whatever way you want to shag the dead person. You're shagging the dead person. You're not in the mouth.
How dead your ass?
How dead? Dead. They're dead. They're freshly dead. It'd be like Jimmy Savile dead. As in, Jimmy Savile used to go into the fucking mortuaries and shag the dead people. Yeah.
Yeah, that took me a minute.
No, it's a dog. It's a big dog. We say it's St. Bernard, right?
But is he going to stay still for you? Like, is he managed?
Or
is she a she-dog? No,
it's a she-dog. I'll give you a she-dog.
Right, okay. These are no balls hitting off balls. I'd probably go with the dog, I think. And why am I even thinking this should be a dog? People do this. Like, people fuck animals. Like, don't fuck dead people.
Fuck dead people. Yeah, but you know what a female fanny feels like. You don't know what a female dog feels like.
Yeah, but once upon a time you didn't know what a female felt like. So, like, what if it's something that you go, you know what? This isn't bad.
I do this again.
Like, have you got a friend? Woof woof. Okay, right. Plus, what do you call it if you do a doggy?
Doggy. That's why the name comes. It's not. What's it called when you shag dead people? Is it necrophilia?
Yeah, I think we recently talked about this because I remember saying the word necrophilia before. I think just to mix it up.
Remember, like, you could be caught shagging the dog. Like, how are you going to explain shagging a dog?
I was drunk, like I normally do. Like,
Well, you've shagged the dog before. Well, some of them, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, few of those dogs are there. There's an awful lot better.
I just say, like, it was dark.
But I don't know. Hang on a sec. It's dark. It's got fucking 4 legs. Like, it's not going to be like a two-legged dog.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
And it's also barking at you. I'm guessing. Like, it's not yeah. And you're just like, oh, you're really enjoying that, love. You're really enjoying
that. It's really hairy.
Yeah, I am. Some people I
don't think you could get over the hairiness.
What if you're really hairy, too?
But you're not really hairy.
I know, but like, I'm going with the dog. Hey, I'm going with the dog. I'm going with the dog. Hey, I just don't think I could have sex.
It could have been. Who's dead? Who's a hot dead person?
Princess Diana.
Is she hot?
I don't know. It's just the first dead person in my head.
Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy. Remember Brittany Murphy?
She's not dead.
She is, yeah.
The woman who was in Eminem's film, 8 Mile.
Yeah.
She's not. Where do you get this stuff?
I'm telling you.
Brittany Murphy.
Dead.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Like 13 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy shit balls in a bucket. Wow. God. I actually liked her. She was good. Oh, yeah. I'd sleep with her.
So you're taking Brittany Murphy over the dog?
I'm bringing a deceased Brittany Murphy. No offense to anybody, obviously, but to dog lovers as well. We obviously like dogs. But yeah,
you hate dogs.
But we can't say that, right?
But you do hate dogs.
I just don't get them. I don't understand.
What do you mean you don't get it? No,
okay, right.
What do you mean you don't get a dog?
I don't get having a dog. I don't get what you get from having a dog, apart from the fact that he could or she could shit on your stairs, okay? Which you can't clean up, by the way, because that's shit on stairs, okay? He could piss everywhere on a brand new couch, okay? Yeah, right? You're taking him for a walk and you're stopping every fucking 5 minutes so he can lick his crotch, right? Or something, right? Which also, by the way, if you...
This sounds like you.
But if you call something a pet that can lick himself like that, that's not a pet. I don't think you can call it a pet. Like we call women pet, and it's a horrible way of calling them. But it's not because
would you not be if you can lick your balls? Would you not lick your balls?
No, we had this conversation last week about the turkey, the chicken, the hen, lifting your balls up, and all that kind of stuff. I do not want to put my mouth anywhere near my balls. Wow, there's a sentence.
So you're not going to have a blowjob if you could.
No, and that's one job I don't think I could ever do is a blowjob. They'll run the show going to talk about jobs we can never do. I could never do a blowjob.
Okay.
Honestly, I couldn't. Right. I'm going to go with only Brittany Murphy, but apart from if she's not available, I'm fucking a dog.
Or Caroline Flack.
No. No. Right, Kev, how was your week?
Quiet week. Did you want this weekend? No, I'm going to this, but I got a busy weekend this weekend. I'm going to Leinster against Munster on Saturday. And that's pretty much me done for the week.
Croke Park or not? Croke Park.
Viva,
sorry, yeah.
Viva, yeah. Because the Carlingford Knights, the team Evan plays for, but not his age group, are playing at half time.
Was he playing?
No, that's what I said.
Sorry.
His team, but he's not playing because it's not his age group.
Okay, right.
Playing at half time.
Holy shit, that's mad, hey. And everybody, Kev was slagging me off with my hair beforehand. I forgot to put anything
ridiculous.
But I am going into Anto and Renegade 13 on Saturday to give it a wee cut, so which is good.
Guys, if you look at Pico now, right, you can actually see his scalp. Pico is going bald, right?
In so many places. Why is it just here though? Why is it there? It makes no fucking sense.
But it does. That's what most people.
Oh my god! I got a V in the middle of my head. It looks like a vein.
I think you should shave it.
I want to go. I was thinking of going back short.
You just shave it all off because you're going bald. You nearly have a comb over at this stage.
No, and I'm so great. And them colours you put in your hair, you know what? Like, they do not work a fucking.
Why would you put colours in your hair?
That's why. Right there, Kev. Right there.
It's like you got hit by lightning.
Yeah, but it's not even into my hair. I only put it at the front. Like, basically ends up going down in my face and covering my fucking eyebrows and shit like that, which are also a disgrace, by the way. Man, what is this turning into a woman's podcast? Oh. Right. So, Kev, my week. Last weekend, we had our end of season Rampart Celtic Awards night. Big shout out to the Avenue Inn who hosted
Tony's
us.
Grill.
Yeah, I was going to say, and Tony's Pizzeria.
Sorry.
Yeah, who dropped us in some food. Funny story about the food though. So all the lads really wanted dips with the food, right? So I ordered it and I said, give us a bag of dips and then loads of big trays of chips. Big Kev, the biggest tray of chicken wings I've ever seen. Oh my God, they're incredible, right? 3 pizzas, including the Kevin Pickle pizza, which everybody actually loved, right? But the lads were all eating food, like, where's the dips? And we were like, fuck. They must have forgot to bring the dips. Okay. It's like, it's a bit annoying. Like, you know what I mean? Sure, look, it used to be grand, lads. There's pints to be had. Don't worry about it, right? Finish eating, clean everything up, put it away. What's in that bag over there? We open the bag. About 27 dips. Yeah, lads are raging. So, big shout out to the winners on the awards. So, I want to go through this really quickly. So, Sean Bailey, who was the top goal scorer for the league and for us, won top goal scorer award. Obviously, 22 goals this season. We had Eddie Finnegan, young lad that only signed us recently, who won the moment of the season, which was a goal for us against a team called Tatch that we won 4-2 in the quarterfinal of the McConville Cup that we ended up losing in the final. We had Ryan Waters, another new player, first season with us, won the Sponsors Player of the Year, which was class. We then had the Players Player of the Year, which was again Sean Bailey, and he won it by a lot of votes. That's normally the big one. One more award than we did, which was a special award. It was Outstanding Achievement Award, and that went to an unbelievable bloke called Lee Wright, who scored 100 goals for the club. His 100-goal came in Oriel Park in the McConville Cup final, and then he scored a hat-trick a week later, so he's actually up to 103 now. 2 awards
you got that last year, didn't you?
No, I got that donkeys years ago for nothing. I mean, Larry, the reason I got it was because we had no team, and I somehow managed to scramble together a bunch of players, and I think we won a cup or something like that. But somebody was missing. Pavel, and he'll have the awards when this show goes out. I don't even know if he's won it yet. Pavel Klada won the goal of the season, which is for his bullet in the final in Oriel Park, right? And he won the manager's player of the season as well. So, but he's going to get those awards on tomorrow night, Friday night, when we have a game, which is good. Like, but apart from that, Kev, my week was quiet until I saw something on Twitter, right? That kind of angst me a little bit, okay? And you know me, Kev, when I get angst, I don't be in a good place. So
no,
we don't talk. We never name people on this show unless it's for good things, like winning awards for Rampart Celtic.
Or Eamon Ryan, because I don't like him.
Oh, yeah, but and we're going to get to him as well, right? Okay, but somebody else who, unfortunately, is a what do you call it? A TD, a politician. Politician, right? Put a tweet up, so therefore it's everybody can see it. You know what I mean? It was Paul's Bar in Santa Ponza or something like that, right? Had a video up of a load of people in Dublin Airport singing Catholic 70 by Wolf Tones, and of course it gets to the chorus that's always been in the song for all these years called Ooh Ah Up the Rat, Ooh Ah Up the Rat, which is again the 2 lines before that, which is graffiti on the wall and it says, and that's where that line comes in, okay? So basically that person said how it was very disheartening and upsetting to see this kind of a thing. To say the abuse that person got on Twitter was fully justified and fair would be an understatement, because it was fully justified and fair. They then followed it up a few days later by saying, I can't believe how upset people get over putting up one message about a video. Well, don't be looking for Simply Now, love. So I have a question, which I actually put up on Twitter, and funny enough, did get a response to, okay? So I want to talk serious for a couple of minutes, guys. This is what we're going to call Pico's piece on not being a complete ham, okay? If you think a Wolf Tone song is upsetting and disheartening to you because people are singing the words of the song, right? What about having nearly 4,000 children homeless in Ireland at the minute? It was 3,000 in June. 3,000 in June. Now up to 4,000, okay? What do you think of those numbers? They're not upsetting when you're in your lovely house. No, every politician, when you're in your lovely house at night, you're throwing a wee bat, you know what I mean? Like, you're walking in your wee kitchen with your island, your wine bottles. 4,000 children, okay? Doesn't even count the parents. 4,000 children, guys, okay? Just let that sink in for a minute, okay? 4,000 children are homeless in our country that we all love, but yet the leaders will give themselves a 3rd pay rise of the year, a 4th pay rise of the year, and do nothing about it.
But do you know, Pico, that isn't actually the real number.
No, it's not.
Because that's the 4,000 people that are homeless, as in on a list.
Yeah, and that was September.
Actually living on the street aren't actually counted in that number.
Yeah,
so exactly. I understand where you're coming from, because it is like, this isn't the first time this person has put up a tweet and then it's reacted that, oh, well, people won't leave me alone. If you don't want backlash or you don't put it up. Like people, we put up stuff, right? And we get abuse over it. And you guess what? You take it on the chin. You have to move on, or otherwise you fight back.
Yeah,
like we did before.
Exactly. Okay. Exactly. So but you're right. If you're going to put it out, if
you're going to put it out, be ready for the fight back. Especially if you are. And I know this person is. Our party is in government. Okay, so it's not its opposition. You are in government. Okay.
Yeah.
And to say, oh well, it's very disheartening and blah blah blah. Read the room. Read the fucking room.
Yeah.
There's a crisis going on, partly because of yourselves, okay? And to blame, okay, go on, blame Ukraine and blame Russia, all you want. Let's be honest, we've been in this fucking hole longer than fucking Putin's been in fucking charge of it, fucking Russia.
Yeah,
so let's be honest about it. Calm yourself down and just remember where you're coming from. When someone was on TV the other day and they would try to blame Sinn Féin for objecting to housing. But you've been in power 10 years.
Yeah. Where's the house? Well, do you ever hear of a people called the Peter McVerry Trust?
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right. Okay. So this is something that was on the other day, right? So this is what it says. There are enough vacant properties in Ireland to solve the homeless problem. An expert in providing accommodation for the homeless people said at a debate on the housing crisis, vacancy and dereliction in Dublin this weekend. There's about 24 empty homes for every homeless household in Ireland. This is what Francis Doherty, who is the director of the housing development at the Peter McVerry Trust. I really learned about these people today, and the stuff they're doing is incredible, okay, right? It was actually, excuse me, it was last Friday night when this was on, right, up in Dublin. His figures were drawn from the 2022 census of 1,666,752 vacant houses and apartments, and an approximate figure of 7,000 homeless households. So 24.
There'll be a lot of people having a second house and holiday homes.
Yeah. So what they do is, right, they basically redevelop derelict buildings across towns and cities and all that stuff since 2013, right? He said that in the conversion of vacant buildings kills the myth that you can't use heritage buildings for homeless. There's no building that can't be adapted. 85% of all social housing we provide for homeless people happens on redeveloped brownfield sites, which provide a better outcome for our clients because they're close to amenities. So he said was that they've done convents, monasteries, pubs, hairdressers, and a grain store. I don't even know what that is in Tralee, where among the properties that have been redeveloped.
Store that holds grain.
So, like, you imagine that, right? There is a pro. What would you call him? A genius, a legend, a man that knows what he's actually, not just some guy who came into government and was told, right, you drew the straw for housing this time, you drew the straw for finance, you know what I mean? Not that. Some guy who actually has a history and be able to do it. Why is this guy not setting up, is the government not speaking to this guy to set up like a team of, right, here's a guy.
What the government do is they set up a task force, right? And it's usually their friends or family in the task force, and they decide, after getting paid a load of money after about 2 years ago, yeah, we need more houses. And that's what to come up with. And this is how my issue, we have task forces for all these issues that we have. Instead of just getting on with the fucking problem, fixing the problem, and just moving on. Move on to the next issue.
But when's the next election? When's the next election?
2 years, supposedly.
So 24. Because the only thing, I looked up all the housing stuff today, Kev, and it's amazing. See the amount of houses that are going to be built in 2026. I'd love to know what's going to happen in the next 4 years. Do we just leave all the homeless people and say, don't worry, they're on the way, guys? Just, get in.
That's the plan, yeah.
I don't get it. And then just the last thing as well, I know this is a worldwide stat that I have here, okay? But just for you, and specifically you, love, who put that thing on Twitter that you were upset and it was disheartening to see a bunch of people singing in an airport, okay?
From the Republican Party.
Yeah, right? Me and Kev talk about our own issues. We've done stuff with SOSAD. So here's a fact that maybe might go into your brain a little bit, okay? And I'd love to God if you heard this, okay?
I doubt you listen.
No, but she probably fucking should. She might learn something, right? 800,000 people die a year from suicide. Kev, that's one person every 39.42 seconds. We've been on this show for about 35 minutes. I can't do that maths, but that's more than 35 people, right? Think about that, love, when you're putting up stupid fucking comments. And you know, as Rob Whitten would say, do you think it's a need for education on your behalf? And just to finish it off, go fuck yourself. Right, Kev. So I think now we should probably jump in. No, you know what, Kev? It's the middle of the show. It's time that we have a word from...
Well, our sponsors.
Right, Kev. Let's jump into a topic.
After all that seriousness, let's talk about jobs we wouldn't do, people.
No, you know what? Because that was so serious, right? I just want to jump in with the first job. It's going to lower the tone as we do, right? But I found out that this was a job today, and I was... It kind of comes up with your would you rather question a little bit, Kev, right? Okay. It is a animal masturbator, right? So...
Pickle!
Yes. What?
Me and you spend too much time together.
Oh, no.
Because I've done a horse semen extractor.
Yeah, so there's times when semen needs to be collected from an animal for fertilization or a study. This is where the animal masturbator comes in. Their role is to extract the sperm from the animal either manually or with an electric stimulator or the mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe do it with the mouth.
A horse semen extractor.
Wow, Kev, that is not even right. That the two of us were thinking like. So yeah, you wouldn't like that job then, no?
No, but like a dog you could manage, right? Or a horse.
I could manage a dog.
You could wank a dog off or whatever, or a cat, or even a fucking an alligator or something, right? But imagine a horse. If you Google, right, horse semen extractor, it's kind of like a big fucking wank box, right?
No.
Yeah, and you kind of put it. So you kind of have to put fucking female pheromones all over the box and the hole, right? And then he gets it, he nails the box, and then it collects the jizz, like.
So it's like a glory hole for him.
Yeah, it's kind of like a bag. It's kind of like a sack, but then you usually carry that sack of warm jizz around with you and put it like into a freezer. So, imagine the smell of warm, hot horse jizz.
I don't want to, but I am. I'm like
you know, I like this smell. The smell of sex in the room. What's that? Who sang that one? Rihanna, was it Rihanna?
Yeah, yeah. Let's say it was, because that sounds like something she'd be singing.
Okay. Some of the smell of sex in the room. All that. You imagine the smell of... So that's the smell of jizz and smell of fanny jizz, right? You imagine the smell of fucking horse jizz. Woo! I'd say that is some waft, boy. And you imagine on the hot July day, 31st of July, and the horse after plowing into this bag, right? And you just take the bag down and just walk around with the jizz.
Oh my god! Walk around with the jizz in it.
Would you drink jizz?
No.
Would you drink horse jizz for $1 million?
Yeah, obviously. Unless anybody hasn't guessed in 90 episodes, I'm a money hungry bastard, so I am, right?
10 grand.
No, not enough. I wouldn't even pay off one of my loans with that.
25.
A
shot.
50.
A shot of horse.
It would have to be 50.
25.
No, you need to go. You need to go 30.
A shot of horse jizz.
30 and I'm doing it.
For a shot of 30 mil horse jizz.
I don't know what the mil bit means, but yeah, 30 mil.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, is that a shot glass?
Shot glass.
I'm sure I drank worse. I'm sure. That's not... Oh man.
But a horse, like an animal masturbator.
Yeah, I think that's one job I definitely couldn't do. I wouldn't have the time to pull myself, let alone pulling the fucking animal. Like, you know what I mean? So, what else have you got there, Kev?
I have an oil rigger.
Ooh.
Working in an oil rig. Oh, you're surrounded by men.
Is that one of them things that's like out in the water? Like...
In the water. So you're like out there for like 3 months. All you're seeing is big, hairy men covered in oil. Like, after a little while, they started turning kind of attractive looking, like the oil running down the body, and you're like, oh, yeah, I nearly would. Like, because after 3 months, anybody's attractive after 3 months.
Well, I suppose technically, like, any holds a goal. Even if it's covered in oil. Even if it's covered in oil, like.
And a big hairy ass, but you couldn't bring a razor there to shave your balls. Like, you'd be a hairy man, like. And it's a manly job. Like, I wouldn't sit me with me little soft hands like to go out and do an oil rig. Like, it just wouldn't.
No, Kev, I don't think you could ever do a real man's work.
Like, you look like you could be an oil rigger.
I could, but this fucking bald patch, man, that's getting worse. Oh my God.
And the silly goatee.
It's not cool. It's not silly goatee. I couldn't grow for years. Hey, Kev, you can't grow anything. You're going to do Movember with me this year. I did it last year.
No, I can't, but what's the point of me doing it? I can't grow anything.
Because I just think it'd be funny to see what happens after 30 days of you not shaving. Like, I was going to go do the handlebars again.
My wife doesn't like any hair on my face. Okay? She doesn't like it. So I'm not going to go 30 days without something. Just for the crack.
Right. Movember, right, is a great name for it because it's a Mo in the month of November, right? Yeah. Kev, I kept seeing this thing online where everybody was doing Sober October. I meant to say this to you last week, right? Why the hell has somebody not called it October?
Why?
October.
Okay, October.
Is that not like brilliant? Somebody's going to take this now and patent it or whatever you call it or trademark it, right? Is that not like you have January, you know what I mean? You have February, then you have Movember, and then you could have October.
I thought you were going to go March. I don't know what you're going to do for March.
No, I'm going to leave that alone. Right. My next one, Kev. I've never been to a weekend away in a field. What do you call them? Festivals. Never went to a festival. A portable toilet cleaner. Oh, man, alive.
You need a spray gun by washing the car.
I think it'd be like one of them things where you have to stand really far away from that and just... But like then you have... At some point, you have to get to the actual toilet part. This is just a cubicle, like. That's some... Or the port cabinet, whatever you call it.
Portaloo.
Yeah, but like at some point, you're going to have to get to the toilet.
And get into it, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're getting in all deep, like, and... Oh, Jesus.
The waft again.
Well, what do you... all deep, like.
And you think I do that?
No, but I think you have just cause for doing it. How Kev do you have like a? Yeah, what else have you got?
A miner. Coal miner.
That's what you just said.
No,
oil miner. Oil miner. What's a coal rigger in a cave?
Coal mining down in the cave, chipping away, like old style coal mining, like chipping away with a fucking hatchet and a fucking hammer, covering it. And it used to be in a canary with you. You remember you used to have to bring down canaries with them, right?
Why?
So brought canaries down with them, right? So a canary being like tweeting away all of a sudden. But if the canary dropped dead, right, that means get the fuck out of there. There's no oxygen. It's going to kill you. That's what about that, and that's what they're saying is dead as a canary. Is it dead as a canary? Is it dead as a canary?
Dead as a dodo.
Dead.
Dead as a dodo.
Sick as a canary. Is it sick? No, dead.
I don't think there's anything with a canary, Kev. Apart from I saw a putty cat. I did see a putty cat. That's a canary, isn't it? That wee yellow guy in all them cartoons, no? Is that what a canary is? I'm not even sure. Yeah, it is. I thought I saw a putty cat.
If a canary died, the miners knew they were in dangerous gases present and with time to leave the mine.
But that's where you get the black lung, isn't it?
I don't think so.
No, that was Zoolander. Remember, he was like, I got the black lung. So it was. I want to check because I know we got a few sent into us. I want to see what people, because one of the ones that somebody sent in, I was thinking to myself, fuck, you have hit the nail on the head here. Poor Jerry, right? You got to read this out. He says he could never do prostitution because he's not sexy enough. Jerry, in my age, man.
I could do that.
I'll say you could, but no, you could do porn. I don't think you could be a prostitute.
Do you know what I was watching the other night? Yeah, you see Lucy Kennedy Investigates.
No, but you were on about it a couple of weeks ago that she was doing something. I don't know what it was.
She did a sexy one, right? With sex parties and stuff like that. I would love to go to a sex party.
Of course you would.
I mentioned
me off about you.
I mentioned it to the wife. I goes, can we go to a sex party? So I was asking her, genuinely asked her, come on, we go to a sex party. No, I wouldn't want to take part, right? Because you can wear a mask. You wear a mask going in, right?
That's on telly, Kev. I don't think they actually.
No. They wear masks. Even she was wearing a mask, and they're all wearing masks, right? And you could watch. So voyeurism, okay? In and watch other people having sex. It was at one stage, right? There was a fella there, right, on a couch, right, at this party, right, and his wife was being fucking beatled on the ground by some other fella, right? I don't know what they're doing. You couldn't really. He wasn't plowing, but I think he was giving a socks with his hand, right? Yeah. And Lucy Kennedy goes like, that's your wife, I think. He was like, yeah, it's fine, yeah, we're polyamorous, yeah, I don't mind. It was kind of both about the idea to come to sort of kind of thing. I take turns, sometimes it's me, sometimes it's her. So
with the gay?
No, I think with another woman,
right.
like if he was in it. But yeah, he was just, your man was going to town with it, and then there was all the stuff going on. It was mayhem. There was a fella there at one stage, he was tied to a wooden beam, and this dominatrix was whipping the ass of him with a whip. And no, I wouldn't be that sort of shit. Now, I'd like to go to a sex party and have a look to see what. Now, and if you join in, you join in.
What time was this program on at?
It's on like 10 o'clock at night.
Right. So explain this to me, right? There's Lucy Kennedy. Yeah. Well, a TV show about stuff like that. And then Jenny Keane can't have the late or the Thai show in.
Yeah.
That's not on telly.
Yeah.
She can't have that. But Lucy Kennedy can actually have, like, oh, hey, your wife's over there getting nailed. What are you doing? It's okay. Whenever I feel like it, I'll just get up and sleep with another woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, RTE.
She does TV3.
That makes a lot more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Well,
a load of shit was going on, Pickle. There was a lot of fucking, and then into a sex shop.
It was a lot of fucking,
a lot of sex shop stuff going on, and there was, like, you've been in a sex shop many times. Usually with me, because I bring you into them.
Did we go into one in France?
No, we went to a brothel in France. No, I know we usually go to. We've been in Whelan's in the last couple of weeks, and there's a sex shop just beside Whelan's. You remember?
There's that anyway.
No, right beside it, next door to it. Like I said, oh, we're going in, and you're like, oh, you always want to stop in these sort of these.
Fuck! I forgot. Right, but I am right though. You literally, we go to Donningham, we go anywhere. It's like, just need to go to Ann Summers for a minute.
But Ann Summers is caned compared to some of these sections.
Yeah, of course.
These are double-ended dildos the size of fucking the length of you, yeah.
Jesus. Well, look, come here. We got ones in there that was a care walker because they couldn't change adult nappies. That's something I gotta say that. Forget about wanking off horses and stuff, right? From a personal level, you couldn't even change your kids' nappies, right? You said that, Kev.
I could change pee nappies.
Precisely. Oh my God.
I got one more.
All right, go.
I couldn't be a gynecologist. Right. Couldn't be a gynecologist.
No, you could be. Like, you could be.
Couldn't do that job. I used to pick tomatoes, right?
Oh my God.
I used to pick tomatoes when I was younger, right? And I picked so many tomatoes, I can't eat tomatoes anymore. Okay. So imagine all you do is see Fanny all day, every day. So you come home and you're like, get that fucking thing out of me face. You wouldn't want to see another one, like would you? You see black Fanny, Spanish Fanny, hairy Fanny, and baldy Fanny.
Well, you'd be an awful judge of it. Because you come home to the wife or the girlfriend, you'd be like, seriously, I just like locked the lorries, and that is a fucking mess.
Oh, that is class.
Oh, that is class. Like, I've been looking at shit ones all day.
Yeah.
That's why.
Would you want to do? But you wouldn't want to look at another Fanny when you come home. Like, it's like bringing your work home with you.
Yes, technically, kind of.
You know what I mean? You're out to working in the office for 8 hours a day. You're coming home, and the woman goes, I'm really horny. Give it to me. Like, oh, will you fuck off? I'm after looking at this stupid things for the last 8 hours. I don't want to see yours.
Well, to flip it then, I'll go with my last one then is, right? And it's literally, it is flipping it from what you just said, right? What about a male prostate checker?
Male prostate checker?
If you know what I mean. So you're the guy that shoves the finger up the bum. Check.
But we've talked about this before.
I know. Well, forget. Once upon a time, that was
I think
the
it
way.
Still does happen. I think it does still happen from time to time.
But imagine that being the only medical thing you have. You are the prostate checker.
If I had to get it done, I'd only want a woman to do it. I wouldn't want a male finger up my ass.
Yeah, like there's different ways we could go with this, right? One, it should never be a man that puts anything in your bum, right?
No.
Ever.
No problem to all the gays and all that.
No. Oh no. I'm on about me
medically.
Medically, yeah, right. Like as me, I'm saying, no man should ever be doing that. Right?
A finger up your ass.
Okay, like I think you're right in that sense that when it comes to that check, It has to be. Now, I don't care if they have to go get the receptionist or something, right? Okay. She has a pen in her hand. I don't give a fuck, right? There's no way, like a 60-year-old doctor, right, with them wrinkly ass fingers that look they've been under a tap for 7 years, right? There's no way they're putting anyone in my ass. Not a hope, not a fucking hope. Kev, quick one for you. I threw it into the topics because I thought I'd get your scientific, medical, and religious belief on it, Kev. And you mentioned at the start of the show. So for once, we're actually going to cover the two things that we talked about at the start of the show. Do you believe in heaven and hell, Kev?
Yep.
What do you think hell looks like?
Burnt embers of coal and darkness and
the fuck?
Dark and wet and dreary and hot.
And what do you think happens to people when they get there?
They're born.
Why?
They're bad people.
What's the devil?
See, I'm not sure about the devil. I'm not sure about this devil thing,
yeah,
right?
Yeah. Because you'd imagine you come down the slide to hell and he's high-fiving you going, good job, man. You were bad.
I'm not saying, I don't think people do go, bad people go to bad places. I'm not sure about where exactly it is, but I think bad people go to bad places. I don't think they deserve to go into.
We're going to one on Tuesday. We're going to one on Tuesday.
We are, yeah. I haven't told the wife that yet. So
fucking tell her. We already told the fucking musician, right? So we did. Let's hope Gar Brooks isn't there. Never thought about that. Yeah, I don't know, Kev. You think that maybe bad people go south, but the devil, like as a weird fictional character?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, but I'm not sure about that part of it. No.
But God is a thumbs up. He's definitely there.
Oh, God's there.
Well, if you read the Bible, which I obviously don't, I'm sure they tell you that there's the devil and God. So if you believe in one, do you not have to believe in the other to make them?
No.
Like, it's not like Batman against Superman or whatever it was. You know what I mean? It's not that type of film, which was shite here. I don't know. Like, so what do you think that heaven looks like? White chairs and clouds?
No, I just think it's a peaceful place.
So no kids?
No, there's kids. Unfortunately, there is kids, but like peaceful,
like
and serene, and
what's serene, Kev?
Just calm and just nice and just slow and
do you walk in heaven? Do you think, or do you float? Like, do you think there's roads, or is it like clouds?
I don't fucking know.
Well, I know we don't know. I'm just getting your thoughts because you're a religious man, Kev.
I think it's bright, airy, nice places to be. People up there that you know, you can look down whenever you need to look down. There's nice. Something. I think there is something else beyond where we are.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but I think there's something further on.
Well, remember, I'm going to find it before you do. All right, we made a deal with that, right? I gotta go before you do because no priest is talking at my fucking funeral.
I can't carry your coffin. You have to go before. I have to go before you.
If I die, it'll probably be of cancer. I'll be really skinny, and guess what'll happen, Kev? I'll have gone bald by then, so you won't have to see my bald patches. It'll just be a big cone head. So we'll right. So Kev, it's time for us to do our terrible section of dad jokes. Okay, which the last 2 weeks have been going swimmingly well, I have to say. I have 5. We're going to keep it at 5 like we do every week, right?
I have 4.
Right. Okay. Well, I actually had 6, but right. Okay. Well, I'll go 1 then first. Okay. So, my wife says that I have 2 major faults. 1, I don't listen. 2, there's something else.
That's off.
That's meant to be.
What's the number 1 reason for dry skin? Towels. I thought you'd like that one. You used to have the psoriasis or whatever you used to have.
Eczema. Yeah. You know when that went away? You know when that went away? As soon as I bought this house, that went away. Right? Do you know how weird and awkward it was trying to have sex with a girl with your legs strapped up in a weird tapey thing? You're trying to not have your legs come out from underneath the bed. She's like, "Oh, stand up." You're like, "No, I prefer to lie down with my legs covered." That was kind of weird. Right, Kev. Did you know that the first French fries were not cooked in France?
No.
They were cooked in Greece.
I think that's a better one.
Yeah, thought so.
I went to the zoo the other day. There was only a dog in it. It was a Shih Tzu.
Oh, my wife thinks that a man in camouflage is really sexy. I just can't see it.
I went to a zoo the other day.
You said that one.
Jesus. Went to the zoo the other day. I seen a baguette in the cage. It was bred in captivity.
Oh my God, Kev. Jesus Christ. My wife asked me if I seen the dog bowl. I said I never knew it could. There we go. It took you a minute.
What parts of your body always lose?
No.
The feet.
Wow. Right.
I think I got one more. I think I actually have one more.
Yeah, all right. Because I have two, right? So my wife says that the salads I make tend to be on the dry side. Definitely something that needs addressing.
Very good. I think maybe I did this one. What's a DJ's favorite sauce?
No.
Mama!
Oh my God. Right. I'm going to end it with this one, right? A guy tried selling me a coffin. It's the last thing I need. And that was this week's Dad Jokes. Kev, quick little shout out because we forgot to last week. Our fantasy football league, right? I have been smashing it up. I got as high as 21st in the league, right?
Not going well for me.
This week is not going well for me either. I'm 24 points at the minute. Right.
I was missing Jesus.
I had 4 players. I had Haaland, Foden, all the City players, all the Arsenal players. I had to transfer them all out. Now I'm going to have to transfer them all back in. Padraig Mulligan, but how's your bra, is number 1 with 733 points. Fuck, he's actually a good bit ahead. He is 19 points ahead of... That's not 19 points. I don't know why I said 19 points. 733 and 716. Whatever the fuck that is. Bin Dippers from Shane Malone, right? So, Kev, you, right? I am 40th with nothing but a Conte, right? And you are so far down 70th. Wow.
I'm way down.
You have gone to shit. So you have, Kevin, that. Like,
how many points behind you, though?
Oh, Jesus. Here, get the calculator, right, Kev. Right, you ready? I am on... Well, it hasn't updated yet. I'm on 616, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And you are on 556. Was that like an even 70?
60.
60. Yeah, but I don't know.
I'll catch you.
But listen, guys, you're smashing it. Like we ended up getting a few more people in the league as well, because that league's got a lot bigger. I think there's like fucking 80 odd or something in it. So there was like, so you know, fair play. Kev, we sent out our top 5 for the week, which was board games.
Board games.
Rolling back the years, Kev, right? So no doubt we're gonna have a couple of these, right? So we're just gonna read out a few of the ones you got sent in, right? We got Guess Who, Battleship, Snakes and Ladders, my man Bailey, Strip Twister.
Good game.
Good fucking game, man. Is right side. Kev, shout one out to me there.
Crocodile Dentist. Green dentist, green crocodile, you had to push down his teeth.
Is that like Hungry Hippos?
No, you had a fucking dickhead. Crocodile dentist, you push down his teeth, and if you push down the wrong tooth, it'd snap on you and you'd snap your hand.
You had that game?
I had that game. And my kids had that game.
Wow.
So it was so dangerous. Like, it was so dangerous. Like, if it caught you wrong, you'd know about your knuckle being hit like.
True.
And they've softened it now. Like, so it's an awful soft. I remember being a kid, like, it nearly cut you.
I remember it being more of a like a, ow, that's like annoyingly sore.
No. You had fat fingers, you see. Even then, I had bony fingers. I could just take the bone straight off.
Fucking bone everywhere, you little cunt. Yeah, no, good one though. Good one. Well, one of my favorite games, and it still is to this day, and I think I have it upstairs, is, and I hope I get this right, Go for Broke.
Great game.
See, you lose your money. You have to lose all your money.
Yeah.
I Go for Broke for me. I always remember. I think that's probably one of my definitely favorites.
It was way better than Monopoly. Monopoly I put down as a shitty game. You can't win at Monopoly. All you can do is fight at Monopoly. Go for Broke. Great game. Love it. Well done.
Sound. Thanks, buddy. Right, go on. What's your next one?
Mousetrap.
Yes, oh my God, I got that there too. Where did we ever play that game?
I think it was at school. Like, we used to say a rainy day, right, in school, you got to play Mousetrap.
My God.
But it took you a fucking half an hour to set up Mousetrap before everything was in position. So it was, by the time you actually had to set it up, lunch break was over, so you didn't have actually time to play Mousetrap because it was so awkward to set up. And the trap itself, to try to set the trap up to make sure it would actually fall, it was the most annoying part of Mousetrap.
Jesus. Well, look, I had that as well. So I'll say that was my number 4 then, right? My next one then is, I don't know if you class it as a board game in a sense, but it was either called Mastermind or Masterminded.
Pickle, what a game!
Yeah, the colours. Am I right? The 4 colours. Yeah.
What a game! I used to love the game. I didn't have a doubt. What a game!
Yeah.
One person picked, say, 5 colours.
Yeah, and you'd be guessing, and they'd put a pin up.
In colour.
Yeah.
And you'd have to cover it, and they'd pin it, and you'd put a pin in to see if it was the right colour and the right position.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
pickle.
Yeah.
It was called Mastermind. It was called Mastermind.
Because I had that at home, right? And the problem is as well, I saw a similar version to that somewhere the other day, right? Now it was like in fucking Mr. Price or like fucking Deal. It was a small miniature version of it. Like, and I goes to the wife. I was like, "Oh my God, do you remember this game?" And she was like, "No." And I literally a little bit.
Let me share my screen.
Sorry. I meant to set that up to start. Oh man, I meant to actually share something as well. Yeah. So guys, is it Masterminded or Mastermind or what is it? Mastermind.
Mastermind.
Yeah. Wow.
Hold on.
Yes, mine was grey. I remember how, oh, holy shit, Jesus. So yeah, guys, basically what it was, so you had like 5 colours, right? Yeah, that you put on your side covered up, right? And that's like an American version of it. That looks shit. That's more like it. So where that little green flap is on the right-hand side of the screen, Rainbow is watching, you had your colours there. The other person would put up the colours, and you stick a pin, letting them know what matched and all that kind of stuff. Like, you know what I mean?
Great game.
Yeah, it was a good one. So I was like,
Code Breaker, it's now called, Pickle. Code Breaker.
Fuck's sake. Why do you have to change shit like that? Right, Kev, go on. What's your next one, dude? That was my number 3.
I'm going way old school because I was a champion at a pickle. Drafts.
Wow, you are actually really good at drafts. Did you ever get into chess? No, me either.
Kids try to play chess, and it's not a bad game, but like, I don't understand why it takes so long to play chess. It's easy.
Did you hear about that guy who bet
a butt plug up his ass? Or
yeah, some guy was like vibrating his ass or something to whenever he had to put it. So they want him now to do it naked. Apparently,
you still hide it.
No, but why don't they just look up his ass?
You'd still hide the thing up your ass.
No, but that's what I'm saying to you. Instead of getting him to sit there naked, just look up his ass before, like, as if he's going to prison. Just be like, right down, hands in your feet, hunkers or whatever. Like, you could just do it that way, like, you know what I mean?
You could.
Drafts, Kev. That is a fucking good one. So it is, like, hey, right. So that was my 3. So my number 2. Oh, I think that's my number 1. Right. So I don't know. These 2 games are very similar, Kev. Right. Oh, excuse me. And I might have got this one right or wrong. Game of Life.
Didn't like it.
Yeah, similar. Like, not probably what you did, but similar looking to Go for Broke. Like, it had a wheel and like, I remember that one a lot. So I do, like, you know what I mean? So, I mean, yeah, but like, my number 1's always going to be my number 1. I doubt it's going to be in your top 2, right? So what's your
my number 2 is Screwball Scramble.
I have absolutely no fucking idea what the hell that is, Kev.
It was a little ball.
Right.
And you had to use to get it across the board. I'll show you. You definitely remember it.
And you had to get it across a board.
I'll show you.
Okay, fair enough.
You had like, we'll go into that one now.
Do you remember Woodsy's room?
Woodsy's room?
Remember Woodsy's home house in Darvel, Fane Valley?
Yeah, I remember his house.
Remember his room? Remember at the end of the kitchen, they had a room with all the toys?
No.
They had like a human Woodsy. I don't know if you listen to this podcast or not, man, okay? But if you do, I know
well, there you go. There's Screwball Scramble. So you started here, and you put the ball over here. Then you got to this point. You moved the knob around, and you put it onto the silver bit. The silver bit when they did a little tray. The tray went onto the little cogs. The cogs, you'd press a button to put the cogs into the tray up here. And you went through the maze, and down into the maze, and you go on to another bit, into the ring, and you ring the bell. You don't remember Scribble Scramble?
It looks weirdly familiar, but not very well. So
Very
it's
good
not.
game. Great game.
My number one, Kev, without a shadow of a doubt, and I would probably still play it, to be completely honest, right? If I could. Cluedo. I loved fucking Cluedo. It was always Coral Mustard with the candlestick in the bedroom. Okay. I don't know. You know the worst thing is now, if I went to play it now, I probably wouldn't know where to start with it. To be honest, like I probably wouldn't even know where to actually fucking begin. But to me, Cluedo, boom, 100% unbelievable. Definitely my favorite board game as a kid. And there's going to be hundreds more I'm just not thinking of. But Cluedo for me is always top. I can't believe we had Mousetrap together. And I love how happy you are with Mastermind or Code Breaking or whatever the fuck you are.
I'm gonna try to find out a game of that now. I remember having it at home, in my home house.
You're number one, Kev.
My number one. What a game. So frustrating. It is frustration.
Oh my God, yes. The dices.
The dice was in the thing, and you had to press the thing and give you a number, and you had to go. It was kind of like Ludo, only a more advanced version of Ludo.
Wow. We're missing so many of these. Guys, if you listen to this during the week, or when you listen to this during the week, send us in some more fucking games. I only put the thing up like this morning or late last night, so I completely apologize for that. But Jesus Christ, board games with your kids, it's all we fucking did. Obvious ones there, Snakes and Ladders. Connect 4 classes of board game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The Connect 4, unbelievable fucking game, so it is. Like
I had Guess Who then, but you can't play Guess Who the way you used to play Guess Who.
I hate guessing. I threw one to bin the other day.
You're not allowed to play it the same way as before.
Why is it sexist and?
But is it a man? No, I'm non-binary.
Well, it has a tash, but so does my auntie. So I don't know.
Are you a female? Oh, I take obsession to that because I've got long hair and you call me a female. No, so the game's now gone.
Yeah. Kev, before we end this week's show, I want to ask you a question that I already know the answer to, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to be truthful how you answer it. Like myself, we worked from home for a long time, right? And there's a study that I'm going to go into, but my question before I go into the study is, have you masturbated during working hours at home?
No.
And for anybody watching, you know that's a fucking lie. 14% of British people masturbate during work hours, according to a new study that has revealed a whopping 7.4 million British people have masturbated during working hours. This is according to a survey conducted by Chemist for You. That's like the phones for you. Now, how it goes, Kev?
Yeah.
Phones for you. Yeah, brilliant. 2,000 people, 14% admitted to partaking in some self-gratification at work. The survey revealed that over a fifth of men, 22%, have masturbated at work, while 7% of the women have partaken in a little alone time. Additionally, 18% of surveyed people said they had accessed porn content while working. London is also the highest city to masturbate on the clock, with 16% of respondents admitting to doing the deed. The survey also found out that Brits earning between £35,000 and £45,000 were the most likely to masturbate. While
what age?
No, not age. The wage between £35,000 and £45,000, right, were most likely to masturbate. While some of us might be shaking our heads right now, masturbating at work is said to boost productivity, according to experts. I don't think I would have had a boss in 2.5 years. When I was sitting home in that box room, they would have said I was any more productive if I fiddled or didn't fiddle myself. To be completely honest, I didn't do much work either way. Kev, I am pretty sure that is.
Have you had sex during lockdown? As in during working hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's me being truthful. Don't know if she remembers it though. Does that mean what? Oh no, it doesn't matter. I think that's a pod show, Kev. And you know what? You mentioned his name earlier on. I was going to screen share something with you earlier, right? That, you know what? it's probably too long. That's what she said to do, right? But Kev, I want to give you a warning, right? O'Meat is in trouble, right? And the reason why O'Meat is in trouble is because despite us having what can be described as Mr. Green, right? The EPA has just said that 51% of Ireland sewage is being treated is not being treated, to the standards to protect the environment. Okay, the average for compliance in sewage treatment is 90%. Ireland's currently at 51%. O'Meat has been named as one of the 32 towns with the biggest trouble for putting shit into the water, which is insane. So it is, okay. Dunleo, Milford, Donegal, Cork City, Clare, Athenry. These are all places that have worryingly numbers at the minute that have. So basically, sort shit out. Literally in the middle of Dundalk at the minute. I didn't notice till today. Cabbage, plug for you. What's the crack, man? I met Cabbage today. I was on my lunch. Who lives down that road that they're working on at the minute. And I says, what are they at? Like, where are they going and shit? Because they were marking another road now where I walk. And he was like, no, what they're doing is they're on the Pint Road, but they're taking a right to go down towards the entrance to the Coles Road and that, towards the bypass or whatever, right? And then they're meeting up with Bay State, and then they're coming back, and then they're going all the way down to the shit plant, right? So like that's a lot of work. That's a long long journey, like, you know what I mean? So all apparently it's all because the tubes aren't big enough that they have already.
So people having bigger shits.
And I thought only shake came out of fucking politicians out, so it did, and Twitter feeds. But Kev, yeah, I don't think we forgot anything this week. We actually dragged on a bit longer than I thought. We were going for an episode that looked really short. Yeah,
I told you.
Yeah, you did. We tend to find a way to
build the shit
up. If only we could do that, tunnels. Right, Kev, that has been a pod show, guys. That has been episode 90 from your two favorite podcastians, myself.
And guys, remember, we are going to push this for this turn on the Christmas light, so get on board.
So I've already got Paddy Mack involved in this. I sent it to him this morning, and I said, fuck you, the polls. We did polls about this, right, guys? And here's the numbers that you guys came back with, right, okay? Now, I accidentally pressed no when I was trying to check the results, so that's apologies, right? Also, 98% of people said that the Irish women team needed to apologise. So, 98% of people said that they shouldn't have apologised. I'm saying that wrong. Should we be part of the tournament on Christmas night this year? 79% of people said yes. That's 79% of people. That's good enough for me, okay? 78%. Yeah, 78% of these have been pranked, and 86% of these have pranked somebody else. But yeah, I think we need to get the ball rolling on this. Paddy Mack has been made aware of it, so I don't know what's next, Kev. We need to ramp it up a little bit. Maybe we need to get some images out there of you turning on a light switch, me checking it 3 times to make sure it's on or off. Just they'll know it's going to be safe in my OCD, like, you know what I mean? So, but guys, it has been episode 90. Thank you so much for joining us, like you always do. We fucking love yous. We hope yous have a great week. Kev, tell them what to do.
Share the fucking show.